Shabbat Shalom. So my children came home from school today, and they were extra excited. It was the last day of school for the year before winter break. And I was like, wow, this is great energy we've got in our house right now, because the days are kind of dark, you know, and we need a little bit of extra light, a little bit of extra joy to kind of make things happen. And I thought, if I could just bottle a little bit of what my kids have going for them right now and bring it into Shabbat in our service this evening and share it with all of you, then we'll be in good shape for Hanukkah. So let's all use our voices and bring a little bit of light and joy with the words of La Yehudim, which can be found on page 216 in your prayer books. The Jews had light and gladness, joy and honor, so may we. 2:16. La Yehudim, Haita Ora, Haita Ora, Vesimcha, Vesason, Vikar. La Yehudim, Haita Ora, Haita Ora, Vesimcha, Vesason, Vikar. Ken tielanu, tielanu, tielanu. La Yehudim, Haita Ora, Haita Ora, Vesimcha, Vesason, Vikar. La Yehudim, Haita Ora, Haita Ora, La Yehudim, Haita Ora, Haita Ora, Vesimcha, Vesason, Vikar.
Shabbat Shalom. So Shabbat, Kabbalat Shabbat is the time that we come together as a community to be together for love and support, and most of all, prayer. So some of you saw on my Facebook page last week, I posted that my son got his driver's license. And tonight, he dropped me off at Temple and then went on his way. So tonight, we need lots of prayers. pray hard, pray strong that everyone is safe on the roads tonight. And so with prayer in our hearts and ready to pray together, I'd like to call Dora Mead and Iris Happerstein forward for the honor of lighting candles. We are on page 13.
Light is the foundation of light, yet impossible to touch. Light is flowering, growing, and fruit trees blossoming. Photosynthesis and rainbows shimmering. Light is energy and romance. Enlightenment and lighting. Light is red, violet, and magenta and blue. Laser and campfires. Warmth and illumination. The sunset and the dawn.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotov v'tzivanu, lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, eternal source of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot and commands us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. We turn to page 34 for Lechadodi.
Lechadodi,
Lekrat kala,
Shabbat,
Shabbat,
Kabbalat,
Lechadodi,
Lekrat kala, Shabbat,
Kabbalat,
Shamor v'zachor v'dibur lecha v'hishmiyanu Echa meyucha Adonai echad U'shemo echad Shem u'tiferet elitila Lechadodi Lekrat kala B'nei Shabbat Kabbalat Lechadodi Lekrat kala B'nei Shabbat Kabbalat
Likerat Shabbat lechu v'nercha ki mekor habracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavat Kehilah
Lechadodi Lekrat kala B'nei Shabbat Kabbalat Lechadodi Lekrat kala B'nei Shabbat Kabbalat Boy v'shalom ateret bala Gam b'simcha u'etzola Toch emunei yam segula Boy chala Kala,
לקראת כלה,
Shabbat,
בני שבת,
Kabbalat,
קבלה,
Chadodi,
חדודי,
לקראת Kala,
לקראת כלה,
Shabbat,
בני שבת,
Kabbalat,
קבלה,
Chadodi,
חדודי,
לקראת Kala,
לקראת כלה,
Shabbat,
בני שבת,
Kabbalat,
קבלה,
Chadodi,
חדודי,
לקראת Kala,
לקראת כלה,
Shabbat,
בני שבת,
Kabbalat,
קבלה,
Chadodi,
חדודי,
Chadodi,
חדודי,
Chadodi,
חדודי, חדודי.
We turn to the top of page 39 together. All week, we serve our family, our community, our interests, our daily needs. The hectic flow never stops. On Shabbat, we are called to serve our spiritual selves so as to reconnect with a unified flow that never stops.
Continuing on page 44 with a call to worship. Please rise.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
Page 46. Can we spend a few moments observing the whizzing creations of our mind and then put them to rest? Can we notice the web of the past that we are always spinning and let it fall away? Can we meet ourselves in this and only this moment of Shabbat? Then time is sacred and space is holy. Then we meet at Sinai and rush to embrace God. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, O God, who makes the evening fall. Page 49. We are loved by an unending love. We are guided by the still small voice within us.
We are warmed by the light of Torah.
We are loved by an unending love. A ner tamid to be tended from generation to generation. And a gentle love. Giving meaning to our existence, structure to our lives. And of all the generations who have embraced their covenant.
Baruch atah Adonai ohev hamo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu
Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. As you're seated, we join together page 57. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
As we turn to page 62 and to the prayer Michamocha, we recognize that this prayer is the prayer, or the words that were sung at the shores of the Red Sea, having escaped from slavery to freedom, having safely gotten across the sea. And I realized that the Michamocha moment is not the only moment of redemption for our people. Hidden in these words is a cue to another moment. If you look at the third line, which is Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, the first letter of each word, Mem, Chaf, Bet, Yud, spells Maccabee. And of course, the Hanukkah story is another moment of redemption. Many moments follow in the course of our Jewish history, really up until our moments, every day of each of our lives. And so this prayer, Michamocha, is really just the first of many, many moments that our people have experienced and that we continue to experience every day. And so we sing these words with hope, with joy, and recognition of God's redemption in our lives every day, now on page 62.
Michamocha, 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 ba'elim Adonai. Michamocha, 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 Neder b'kodesh, Nora tehilot, Osef elef, Nora tehilot, Osef elef. Who is like thee? Who is like thee? kamocha, mi kamocha, mi kamocha, mi kamocha, ba'elim Adonai, ba'elim Adonai, ba'elim Adonai, ba'elim Adonai. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
We continue together in the middle of page 64. Cause us, our Creator, to lie down in peace, and raise us up, O sovereign God, to renewed life and peace. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, and be our shield of mercy and of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Page 65. Vishameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות, את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות, את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. יא לה לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה לה לה.
We rise together on page 68. Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi agi tehillatech, eternal God.
that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov. Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'koneh ha'kol, Ve'zocher chasdei avot ve'imaot, U'mevii geula livnei bneihem, למען שמו ואהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, עזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה כל אתה רב והושיע, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. As you're seated, we pray silently. Page 213.
Quiet, gentle voice, be holy, hear the whisper, helps us make the choice to be like God. To be like God. Be holy, hear the whisper, present every day. Be holy, hear the whisper, it teaches us the way to be like God. To be like God. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Be holy, hear the whisper that guides each word and deed. Be holy, hear the whisper reminding us we need to be like God. To be like God. Be holy, hear the whisper, the warmth of love's embrace. Be holy, hear the whisper, giving us the grace to be like God. To be like God. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Be holy, hear the whisper. Be holy, hear the whisper. Be holy, hear the whisper.
What a beautiful prayer. Makes me just want to be in that moment for a while. It leads us into the Mishaberach, into our prayer for healing. And I think it's exactly that feeling, that place that we need to be when we come to the Mishaberach, a sense of connection to God, to each other, that we bring those people that we love into our hearts and that we pray for them. And this prayer is a prayer for healing, a prayer for complete healing, a healing of body, and a healing of the spirit. And so we pray now the words of Mishaberach with the names of our loved ones close to our hearts.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Nisheberach imotenu mekor habracha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
So much work to do cleaning up the bima before you speak here. Now, didn't they sound like Simon and Garfunkel? You have no idea how perfect that is for my sermon tonight. With no preparation or no idea that that was the fact. Now, the length of a sermon has always been of interest to both clergy and congregant. I received an email from a member of the temple, she's not here tonight, from the digital pulpit, which just produced an analysis of online sermons. They included nearly 50,000 sermons in their study, and the average length of all sermons is 37 minutes.
Historical, aren't you excited? Historical Black Protestant, 54 minutes. Evangelical, 39 minutes. Mainline Christian, 25 minutes. And Catholic, 14 minutes. My conclusion, how lucky you are. On Friday nights, we are clearly below the 37-minute average, probably less than the 14-minute Catholic sermon. So in my effort to prepare for this evening, my initial intention, thinking about sermons in general, was to do a retrospective analysis of length and content of 48 years of Hanukkah sermons that I had delivered. I changed direction, however, when I read the stories that I had written. Tonight, in my sermon, I'm going to take you back to a time when Simon and Garfunkel were big, Neil and Michael today, when I was the youngest rabbi at the temple, and I was often assigned the opportunity to tell a story on Hanukkah. The story often took place in the main sanctuary. We frequently had a bar or bat mitzvah, and I'm so glad we're in the sanctuary tonight because I have the same feel. I feel different today than 40 years ago, but I had the same feel that I had at that time. I want you to know I have not looked at these sermons, these stories, in over 40 years, since the time they were written. And I often wonder to myself, how did I tell stories to a congregation mainly of adults with some young people, and there was a bar and bat mitzvah going on? How did it fit together? Tonight, in much shortened form, it hurt me, by the way, to remove some of my better lines. I'm going to share 3 stories. It's Hanukkah. I need your imagination. I need your wonder. And I'm going to let you decide. Do they relate to our lives? Do they relate to our society? Do they speak to our nation? So I ask you all to go back. How many of you were members of Temple when I first arrived? Wow. A long time, yeah, you got it. A long time ago. The first story goes back to 1974. The story was titled, Puff the Magic Dreidel. In it, I introduced a new community called Mensch on the Hill in the province of Time Never Changes, a place that I often visited. And if you look and you see where the sun is setting, that's exactly the location of this community. Did you know that each year on Hanukkah there was a contest who could give the most important present to the city? I was invited to judge the contest the first year. 2 members of the community worked all year to build a great big menorah. It was in Chaim's home. 2,000 trees were cut down. Unfortunately, they could not get it out of Chaim's house. Mordechai, a very wealthy man, decided to buy a gift, a machine. You put potatoes in one end and latkes come out the other. Unfortunately, they tasted like rubber. But leave it to Mordechai. The rich get richer. He is now producing latke footballs. The rabbi happy that never again will the children have to play with the pigskin. Simcha, 7 years old, did not know what to do. He couldn't build anything or buy anything for the competition. He fell asleep and he began to dream about a wonderful magic dreidel that he called Puff. It could spin and spin and spin, and it never needed to rest. Puff was the dreidel who made everyone who looked at it feel love for everyone else in the room. When he awoke, the dreidel was magically by his bed. He gave it actually to me those many years ago to bring back to Detroit. I was actually going to bring it to here to services tonight, but I'd lost it. I lost it amidst all of the other dreidels of the community. If when on this Hanukkah you spin your dreidel, it makes you feel that you are filled with love and surrounded by love, then in your home you are the owner of Puff. Please take good care of him. We all need love in our lives. A second story, it was titled The Magic of Hanukkah. Once again, taking place in Mensch on the Hill, during a time when it was ruled by Charles, a wonderful and caring king. When the king died, Robert came to power, who decided it was time to live off the people rather than with his people. He built a large palace, purchased a yacht, for the first time in history created an army. You see, it was all about him. Money that had been used to buy children's toys was now used for armament. On one day he decreed that Jews will not be allowed to celebrate Hanukkah, nor would Christians be allowed to celebrate Christmas. A new religion was to be born. He was to be worshipped as its king. The religious leaders got together and they sent the rabbi to confront the king. He waited outside and the king sent magicians to try to prove that he could burn oil, enough for one day, and make it last for 8. But none of them were successful. In peace, when finally he was allowed to come before the king, the rabbi told him the burning of the oil was only one part of the Hanukkah story. The greatest miracle is the fact that people stood for freedom and fought with dignity to overcome those who sought to make them feel subservient. A true miracle was that during the time of his father, all people had religious freedom. The miracle, the people who lived in this kingdom loved each other. The rabbi, I was a friend of your father, he added. You were raised with my sons, and now you want us to think of you not as our leader, but as our king, as our God. All of this people in this land are willing to join together with you in peace or rise up against you. The story ends with the king coming to his senses and recognizing that his ego is not the center of everything in the lives of those he should be caring about, and peace reigned in the land. Finally, the last story. The day the dreidel turned green comes from the 1970s. Now, do any of you know that located in Mensch on the Hill, there is a spa where dreidels in the off-season relax as they prepare for Hanukkah? Picture it in your minds. The spa is a big secret. Few people have seen it. At the entrance to the spa, there's a long ramp. Dreidels from all over the world spin their way up the ramp. Dreidels that have been damaged are repaired by other dreidels. Dreidels that are dizzy from spinning, mainly the older dreidels, are allowed to rest. Dreidels that overate latkes are taken to the steam room to reduce. And dreidels that have fallen in love are taken to the honeymoon suite. Unfortunately, dreidels became envious of the menorah, leading to the dreidel liberation movement. A meeting was planned. One dreidel suggested that dreidels refused to go out the next year. A short, overweight dreidel suggested all of the dreidels go out for Hanukkah but refused to spin. A more radical dreidel with long hair suggested that they shut down the festival. Remember, this was from the 1970s. The wisest dreidel of them all, Shlomo, stood up to speak. Everyone stopped spinning. Let us send out Marco dreidel to survey the world, and then we can decide, what does it really mean to be liberated? 10 months later, Marco returned from his journey. I left this hall 10 months ago to search for the secret of dreidel liberation, for a way that we could gain greater recognition. I did not know what to expect. I was frightened by the prospect of being out of the spa. So I immediately went to find a friend. I went to visit the latkes. I hastened to this place, explained to them my problem. One of the latkes gave me a suggestion, telling me people love latkes because they wore a coat of applesauce and sour cream. And that dreidel liberation appreciation would occur if we dreidels did the same. I covered myself in such a way, but unfortunately I could not spin. I thanked the latkes for their help and went further. I entered a city called Washington. I saw lights on a tree. I thought if I buy myself lights and tinsel and angel hair and dye myself green like a tree, plug myself in. I did this, but I was unstable. No one recognized me. I could barely spin. I then decided that the only way to get an answer was to speak to the menorah. I told the menorah of our community meeting and my mission, and he began to speak. When you went to the latke and wore sour cream, you tried to hide yourself. You found out that you became a sticky mess. When you put on lights and tinsel, trying to identify yourself with a religious symbol of another holiday, you were unrecognizable. You sold our heritage and our tradition. Lights were pretty but had no meaning. Your identity was betrayed. I then asked, what is the answer to dreidel liberation? It is to take pride in who you are, to wear the 4 letters, Nun, Gimel, Shin, Hey, Nes Gadol Hayasham. A great miracle happened there as a statement that Hanukkah still has meaning in our lives, a time for us to stand up proudly. The fact that oil sufficient only for one day burned brightly. And when children play with you, when families gather around together, they will find joy. Marcos stopped speaking for a moment, and there was a tear in his shin. There is no competition between us and the menorah. That was in our imagination. We are both proud and meaningful symbols of our faith. And so consider these 3 stories. In story 1, puff the magic dreidel, spin and feel love. All of us, no matter how old or young, we need this in our lives. In story 2, the magic of Hanukkah, a king turned tyrant. Return to a time when your land is built on love and respect, and not anger and hostility. It's a theme as old as time. Final story, the day the dreidel turned green. Be true to yourself, Jewish people. Be happy with who you are and what you have. And now look around in the world and be green with envy. We are a people who have accomplished so very much. Wishing you all a happy Hanukkah with a reminder, do not become too old to enjoy or to tell a good story. Shabbat Shalom.
A lamp that kept on burning, a miracle, they say. But the world has kept on turning. Are there miracles today?
Everyone who lights the candles has a bit of ancient spark.
We are miracles, lighting up the dark. We are lights, lights of memory, remembering times long gone.
We are glowing, glowing miracles.
We are lights, we are lights.
A row of burning candles shines light upon your face, linking you and me and all of us to a far-off holy place. But the meaning of the candles is not the only light. Look at all of us shining here tonight. We are lights, lights of memory, remembering times long gone. We are glowing, growing miracles. We are lights. 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 Shining on. We are lights. Shining on and on.
I feel ready for Hanukkah now, don't you? I told Rabbi Loss I can't wait for next year's 3 stories. I'd like to invite Andy Bachnick to come forward for the congregational announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Please join us in the evening of December 24th at Moonbeams for Sweet Dreams. Help us light up the night for young patients and their families at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak. This is a fun, heartwarming experience like no other. We'll gather inside the east entrance at 7:30 p.m. and walk outside together for the 8 o'clock event. Please bring flashlights and glow sticks. On Wednesday, December 25th, you can still join us for a community-wide mitzvah day as we help Jimmy's kids deliver gifts to families in need. After the new year, our programming moves right back into full gear with the first game day on Thursday, January 2nd, adult health and fitness on Wednesday the 8th, Sisterhood's annual bingo bash on Thursday the 9th, and much, much more. Finally, don't forget the first night of Hanukkah is this Sunday. We're planning a special treat each night on our Facebook page, so if you don't already follow us on Facebook, you'll want to. For more information about any of our programs, check the brochures as you leave, visit the website's calendar, or call the temple office during normal business hours. Please join us after services for Oneg and Shabbat greetings. On behalf of the officers and members of the Board of Trustees, please, I wish to each of you a happy Hanukkah, and as always, a Shabbat Shalom.
So this Sunday night, we light our first candle for Hanukkah, and we celebrate the Festival of Lights. And tonight, we celebrate as well a special 80th birthday. So I would like to invite Al and Linda Katzen to come forward in celebration of Al's birthday. We invite all the children in the congregation. If you're 11 or younger, 12, 13, come up on the bima. And we rise for the adoration, page 189.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לבני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו Ushemo Echad.
Please be seated. We turn now to the task of memory as we remember all of our loved ones who've died in the past 30 days in the period of Shloshim. We remember Janice Schwartz-Billmeyer, Alan Charnes, Rosalie Disner, Thelma Elson, Dr. Jerome Feldstein, Robbie Feldstein, Dr. Joel Foreman, Miriam Freeling, Ruben Glazer, Robert Glazer, Beverly Carble Goldberg, Norma Goldman, Fran Klinger, Bill Lefkowski, Dr. Melvin Lester, David Moscow, Sam Orechkin, Dorothy Pleasant, Jean Radner, Martha Riley, Milt Ring, Robert Sachs, Craig Sanders, Annie Shapiro, Dorothy Shepard, Jerry Stern, Rodica Weiss, Barry Noonan, Helen Levine, and Judith Clark. We also remember those whose yardsides fall at this time. Ernest Adler, Faye Beckwith, Ella Berman, Alvin Edelson, Lindsay Beth Jacobs Fensilver, Harry Goodman, Lucille Gordon, Margaret Gutman, Harold Haas, Shirley Hutton, Thelma Kaplan, Bertha Kifferstein, Anna Commissar, Sydney Lieberman, Esther Meiji, Ida Margolis, Harry Mazer, Eileen Miller, Solomon Miller, Francis Moretsky, Jenny Levinson Perla, Alexander Rickling, Harvey Rubin, Gertrude Scheuer, Shirley Esther Seffinger, Anna Singer, Joseph Snyder, Fred Summers, A. Albert Sugar, Robert Trepic, Shirley Whitman, Millie Wish, Hyman Kaplan, Anna Sarah Levinson, Maury Victor, Lily Margolis, Myron Gerber, Mitchell Schechter, Morris Bayroche, Isaac Bayroche, Willie Bayroche, William Robert Schwartz, Isaac Melner, Selma Topf, Herman Oster, Leonard Trunsky, Ludwig Berman, Anthony Walsh, Ida Babcock, Irving Laker, Sarah Kaminsky, and Arthur Lieb. Tehei Nishmotehem Sorot B'Tzrachayim. May their souls be bound up in the bond of everlasting life and memory, as we turn now to the Words of Kaddish on page 199. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divra cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala uv'izman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam omeo maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei d'kudsha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran b'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are bereaved among us. Amen.
We conclude our service on page 1 with Am Yisrael Chai. 2, 3, 4.
Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Oh, Davinu Chai, Davinu Chai.
Yisrael Chai, Amen, Amen, Amen Yisrael Chai, Amen, Amen, Amen Yisrael Chai, Amen, Amen, Amen Yisrael Chai, oh, Davinu Chai, oh, Davinu Chai, oh, Davinu Chai, oh, Davinu Chai, Amen, Amen, Amen Yisrael 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 Chai. Shabbat Shalom.